Hi, welcome to Pingboard. Today we are going to see the summary of the Rattrap, which is written by Selma Lagerolf. So here this lesson seems to be a bit lengthy, and that's why I have decided to give the summary in two videos. This is the part 1, the first few pages of the lesson. So here, who is the hero of this lesson is peddler. Who is a peddler? A peddler is a one who sells illegal goods. And what this peddler in the lesson is selling us, he is selling rat traps. So you know very well what is a rat trap. We used to have it in our house to catch hold of the rats which enters. So here in our country we used to have the bait. Okay, bait is nothing but the food what is kept inside the trap to catch hold of the rat. So what is the bait is here in the lesson it is given as pork or a cheese rind. In our country we used to keep some dry fish or a piece of a coconut so that to have the food the rat will get inside and it will got hold. And here the peddler is selling rat traps. How he used to get the raw material for the rat traps, what he is making is by begging. So obviously this business seems to be a poor business for the man, and he couldn't able to earn much even to have enough food for the day. So what happens is he couldn't able to buy the wires or the sticks or the hook, whatever is necessary to make this rat trap. So he will be going around the farms and the stores begging for the raw materials, and that's how he used to make the rat trap. When he couldn't able to find somebody getting this rat trap, what happens is he used to get indulged in the petty thievery. Petty thievery is taking away few things what lies over out of the house, and he used to sell it and he used to have his food by that. So such a person is a peddler who is here in this rat trap lesson. So when you take the appearance of the person, he seems to be very lean and he is having a sunken cheek in the sense a cheek which has went inwards. So here the person seems to be starving for food, and here he is not having enough money to clean shave, so he is having so much of blood over his face, and the dress what he wears seems to be very dirty and it is of rags. And that's how the peddler is. And here he used to move around in search of food as well as a place to stay in. So here what happens is when he enters or when he asks for some money or for the food, what people used to do is they will try to chase him away or use some bad words to make the person run away from the place. So here what happens is this man, the peddler, imagines the world as a rat trap. So the world seems to be a big rat trap for this fellow. So why he thinks like this? He says that everybody, whomever is here in this world, okay, here they would try to touch what the world offers, and that's how they get caught hold in the world rat trap. And what this world is offering. So for this peddler, the world offers riches or the wealth or whatever it is, whatever the world is offering. It can even be your friends or the relations. So to maintain that, to get it, we try to touch it and we get inside the world's rat trap. And that's how here peddler coins the world to be a big rat trap. And why he does it so? He finds pleasure in doing it. Okay, when he imagines the people who insulted him, okay, like a rat who is getting inside the world rat trap, he finds pleasure in doing so. So one day when he was moving around to go and search of food and shelter, what happened is he happened to see a cottage. It seems to be a lonely cottage. Who is living there is a old man. So as soon as he knocked the door of the old man opened it and he invited the peddler inside the house. So imagine when such a person happened to visit your house, will you allow him inside? Obviously no. But here the old man allowed the peddler inside his house because he is a lonely guy. Okay, he is not having his wife or his children. He seems to be very lonely in the house, and that's how it doesn't matter whomever is there at the door, he invites. So as soon as he found the guest, what the man did is he did porridge for the guy, and also he shared the tobacco what he had with him, and then he shared his secret. And also he finds pleasure in sharing the peddler that he was once as a crofter. So who is a crofter? A crofter is a tenant farmer, and he further adds that he seems to be very bossy, and that is a pleasurable act, and he was there as a crofter in Ramjo's ironworks. And now he tells a secret that he is having 30 krona. How he got this 30 krona? Okay, this old man is having few cows, and every morning and evening he used to milk the cow, and he used to send that to a creamery. So creamery is a factory where we will be making cheese or butter or some cream like. So that is what is creamery. So here the man sends the milk to the creamery, and that's how he earned about 30 krona as an amount for the previous month. So here when he could able to find someone to share, he is not aware of what has to be shared to the peddler and what has to be not. So here what happens is he shared that he is having 30 krona. He brought a leather pouch, he opened the pouch, and he showed the 30 krona to the person, and he kept it back inside, and he hanged it near the window. And what happened is the peddler decided to take it. That we will come to know on the next morning. So on the next day what happens is both of them got up, and here the old man who is busy with this activity, who want to milk the cow early in the morning to be sent to the creamery, he got up early, whereas the peddler want to lie over there on the bed for some more time. But how it can happen? The host of the house is up and about to do the work. How come the guest can sleep over there? So both of them came out of the house, and the old man made sure that he locked the house properly. But after half an hour, the peddler came back to the old man's house. As we know very well that it is definitely to steal the money what is with the old man. So he didn't open the door. He just went near the window. He know very well that the leather pouch was hanging over there. He just smashed the pane. Pane is nothing but the glass, and he laid his hand inside and took the leather pouch out, and he took the 30 krona what was there inside the leather pouch, and he kept the leather pouch back in its place. And now what he thought is, we should not take a common road which people used to use, because people will easily identify that they happen to see a peddler moving away by the side. So he decided to get inside the forest, but the forest seems to be the rat trap for the guy, because he couldn't able to find the way out. He was going on and on inside the forest, and after so much time he found that he is loitering around in the same place, and wherever he enters he is again coming back to the same place inside the forest. And it happens to be evening time, and here because of tiredness and hungriness and the frustration what he had, as he couldn't able to find the way out, he thought he is going to die. And when he laid down over the ground, he could able to hear a sound. And what is that sound? As the sound from anvil and hammer. So what happens is, there is an anvil, and the person is using the hammer to give shape to the iron, and that is a regular thumbing sound. He could able to hear it, and what happens is he decided that somebody is there nearby, and he identified that the sound came from iron works. He started to plod on towards the place, and where he happened to find Master Smith and then his helper. So both of them are doing their night shift work. So both of them are busy in their work, and moreover what happens is the bellows are groaning. Bellows in the sense air will be pushed inside the fire so that it will not die, it will glow higher and higher. So that bellow sound was there, and then the helper who is there using a shovel to take up the coal and to drop it inside the fire, and that sound was also heard. And there is a heavy rainfall, and that's why when peddler opened the gate of the ironworks, it is not noticed by the master smith and the helper. When he got inside, the master smith showed indifference. Okay, that is, he is not bothered about who enters the place, and this is obvious by the reaction of the master smith, and he knows very well that people like peddler used to enter this place to lie over there for some time, and moreover it seems to be a bit cool outside, so the place where they are having the furnace, it seems to be somewhat hot. So usually people like peddler used to enter the place to stay there for some time or at least throughout the night, and that is clear to the master smith, and that's why he didn't open the mouth. And when peddler was asking permission to master smith, he didn't approve it. He just kept quiet. He just nodded his head by showing the way to the man. What peddler did is he went near the furnace, stood there for some while, and he decided to go and sleep. By the time ironmaster entered. Who is this ironmaster? The ironmaster is a person who is the owner of this Ramjo's Ironworks, and here he seems to be a retired person, and here he want to supply good products to the market, and that's why he visits not only in the daytime but also in the night time to see how the work is going on. On his night shift, he came and found that a peddler was standing over there. What he thought is, he identified the peddler as Nils Olaf, who is his friend. So he identified him as Nils Olaf and greeted him and was asking about the condition, why you are suffering like this, why you are roaming around the world or the streets like a beggar. And here what the peddler thought is, if he accepts his friendship, okay, he will be offering him some krona, and only for that sake he accepted himself as Nils Olaf. But what happened actually is, ironmaster started to invite peddler to his house, and here he was talking more and more about the condition of the peddler, and he was inquiring what happened to you and why you seems to be like this. Peddler answered that only God knows. Okay, and here ironmaster provided the suggestion, it's because you resigned the regiment and that's why you are suffering like this. If I would have been there in position by the time, I would not have allowed you to do that. He said like that, and he invited Nils Olaf, according to him, that is the peddler, to his house to celebrate Christmas. Here this peddler is not ready to go to the manor house. Again and again the ironmaster is requesting him to come, but he is not ready to move on. So in my next video, let's see what happened next, whether peddler went along with the ironmaster, getting convinced by his words, or he decided to stay there in the forge where the master smith and the helper is. Yes, that's all for this video. I hope this is helpful for you. Thank you.